Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we're back again this week on We Need to Talk. And this week I have joining me Team Iron Money Fitness. Good morning. How y'all doing?
What's going on? What's
Good
going on?
morning.
All right, all right. So I'll just jump right into it and we'll see where the conversation takes us. Um, so where are you both from?
I'm from Leesburg, Virginia, small town.
Yeah, I'm from Reston. It's also a small town, but it's Reston. That's where I'm
Yeah.
from. That's what it is. Yeah.
All right. So where did you two meet?
Man, wait, Jimmy House. Yeah, we met at
Yeah.
my cousin Jimmy, man. We met there years back. Years, like probably what? I was like 20, 22 or something like that.
It was back in
It's back.
like
We was
2003.
we was both young. You know what I'm saying? She was younger, obviously, but she was young. So yeah,
Yeah, because you're old.
yeah. Hey, listen, I'm glad to be old. I'm there. You know what I mean? I made it, man. But yeah, we met back in 2003. She said somewhere around that area, man. She was, I'm 8 years older than she is, so she was young and I was young too, but she was much younger. She was about what, 15,
About 15, 16.
15, 16. You know what I mean? And I was 22, 23. So we both had our own lives going on.
Okay.
Uh,
So then so when you met in '03, how much further down the line did you all, I guess, connect or reconnect after that first meeting?
and man, two,
2000,
13, 13,
2013.
yeah, 2013, man. She sent me a friend request, man. And
With no intentions of taking it any further than a friend request.
yeah, yeah, she sent me a friend request, man, and we just started talking from there. You know what I'm saying?
But you didn't hesitate to jump in my inbox.
Nah, nope, nope. Hey, if you hesitate, man, what you gonna hesitate for? Can't hesitate. You know what I'm saying? You might lose the opportunity. You know what I mean?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, here we are now, 8 years later, pretty much.
So
You know?
10 years to reconnect, and then 8 years later, still together.
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. So it's a blessing, man. You know, that
Yeah,
inbox
it
started
is.
with that inbox, that friend request. You know, yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
man. We here now. So
So that's the main thing. Still together. All because of her friend request.
yeah, yeah, friend request in the inbox. You know, so that's what that thing started, man. You know?
Um, all right, so we're going to jump into, I guess, the bulk of it. So tell me about Iron Money Fitness and where it came from or where it started.
Where it started, man, it's when we connected, um, we both was in a hard situation, and we just decided, man, let's do this together, man, and just to start from the ground up. And we end up going to the shelter and resting. Um, like I said, we both was at a hard situation. We was both, trying to get back on top and get back to, to level anyway. And so we decided to do it together. And the shelter, they actually gave us a gym membership to the YMCA. And I started going, didn't know nothing, didn't know not one thing. And I just went there, man, started working out and seeing results. And then, I started training her on the knowledge that I knew that I developed, you know what I mean? And we both, was like, might as well go ahead and start something, man. We should go ahead and start this fitness thing and try and help other people. Because it was a good feeling, you know what I mean, of being healthy and being in shape, you know what I'm saying, and looking good too, you know what I mean? So can't leave that out, man. Can't leave that out, you know what I mean? So, that's when we started, man. And again, at that point, we didn't even know how to start that process either. So we had to, be YouTubing, man, and and gaining knowledge just from YouTube and just going online. trying to see what we gotta do to get to where we gotta get to. So
Okay. So, well, I didn't even introduce, I just introduced you two as a team. Uh, I have Kevin and Kia, Team
yeah,
Iron Money Fitness. So Kia, when Kevin came to you telling you about starting, Team Iron Money Fitness, what was your initial reaction to him talking about doing personal training and stuff?
Um, my initial reaction at first, even getting it before even getting into fitness and working out, I was like, well, what do I need to go to the gym for? I'm already small, not knowing that, it's just more to it than being quote unquote skinny. But
Mhm.
um, it's about health and, being healthy and being fit,
Okay.
you know. And once he started explaining it a little bit better and what we would be doing, I was like, okay, I jumped on board, like why not? It's never nothing wrong with trying something new.
Yeah.
Here
Okay.
we are.
All right.
she's
So,
small, but she's strong. She's strong too, though, man. Believe that. She's strong. Don't
Well,
let the little body fool you.
it's
You know?
about, it's about being fit, being able to, I guess being, healthy, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
It's about, you know, your health and for the
You gotta think
long
about it.
run.
You gotta think about it, man. If you working out and living a healthier life right now, man, your body is gonna be feeling good by the time you 50, 60, and maybe 70. You know what I mean? You're gonna feel better than somebody that's been sitting around
mhm.
on the couch, all this time. You're gonna have joint issues and things of that sort. So just overall just issues, when you get older. So to help that situation, you working out and staying fit or somewhat fit, it helps. It's like taking vitamins. They tell you take vitamins that will help your iron. You know what I mean? It's the same thing as working out. Just when you're getting older, you helping your joints out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and that's what some people don't realize. They either want to wait until they're 50 and 60 to start hitting the gym, or,
Yeah.
or they might have a mindset like Kia said, I'm small already. What's the point of me going to the gym? Not understanding, like you said, there's more to it than just, being small. And, you have like you said, the lifestyle, the staying fit,
Yeah.
and the peace that, that a lot of people get when they go to the gym to work out and stuff. It helps clear your mind,
Oh yeah.
deal with
Stress reliever.
stress. Yeah.
It's a stress reliever,
It
man.
definitely is.
You could take it out
Yeah.
on your muscles, man. And at the end of the day, you're gonna win. You know what I mean? Because you developing, gains, man. You getting gains. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You ain't going out here punching walls and you know what I mean, or somebody else. You know what I mean, and getting locked up for it. You getting gains.
It's been plenty of times though where, like I didn't want to go to the gym. It was like, oh, I'm tired. I don't feel like it. Or, I'd rather do something else. But then once I got there,
Yeah.
it was like, man, I'm glad I came. I felt good by
Yeah.
the end of my workout.
Yeah.
So
It's always getting there. That's the hardest part is getting there. You know what I mean? I work between 10 and 13 hours, man, a day, and I don't feel like going. Even for myself, I don't be feeling like going. And I got a gym downstairs.
Mhm.
So it's like, I don't feel like going. I got to come home. I got to walk the dogs, you know what I mean? And she got to come home and get food ready, for the kids. So it's like, we got to, it's either we make it up or we got to push through it. It depends on what the situation is. But you're gonna have them days.
Yeah.
You're gonna have them days. That's even for us, man. Even for somebody that's been doing it for a while, you're gonna have them days regardless. I don't care who you are.
Okay.
So,
So then the next question, and I'm gonna just put it out there that if you both want to answer it or one wants to answer it, by all means. But as far as the shelter goes, what, if you don't mind, like what led to either one of you or whoever wants to answer it, what led to you all, ending up in the shelter, or
I'm
if you want to answer it, I don't want to put you in
oh
the.
no, we gonna answer. You gonna definitely gonna answer. Go
Okay.
ahead. You
I
wanna
mean,
go
well,
first?
I'll go first. Part of it was, I lost my job. So once I lost my job, that put me in jeopardy of losing my place to live. So that's what happened. You.
Me, I was living in an unwanted environment. I was living with my kid's mom, and I was in a separate room, and all of that, and we ended up getting to a a big argument, man, and um, you know, sh- she was one of those people, man, to where she liked to fight.
Hmm.
So she would put her hands in my face and do all of that. I smacked her hand out of my face, and she called the police and told them that I hit her because I did that. They had to lock me up for that because I touched her and she didn't touch me. So after that, man, I was like, that's crazy. I didn't do anything this time, and I'm getting locked up for something I didn't even do. So I left and I never came back. I ain't had nowhere to go.
Okay. And how long did you end up staying in once you got locked up?
Oh no, I got right back out that same night. Kid came and got me.
Okay.
I got out with $100 bond.
His money.
You know what I mean? I used my last $100. You know what I mean? And I ain't had nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't going back there because if it can happen once, it can happen again.
Yeah, and then who knows where this second time could have.
Yeah, man. So that right there was like, nah, I ain't going back there under no circumstances. I sleep out on the street if I have to. So that's what led to the shelter thing. But I actually didn't go right to the shelter. Kid was like, just come stay with me for a little while. And then she told me her situation,
Mhm.
and we tried to fix it, but it was just too much of a debt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we both decided let's just go grind together, man. Let's just go do this together. We both in a messed up situation. Let's just go ahead and just go grind together.
All right. So prior to going to the shelter, what was you the both of you, what was your feelings about the shelter? Because I can tell you this, from the outside looking in, when you a lot of people, I think when they hear the word shelter, they're just thinking, oh, that's for homeless
Mhm.
people, or that's for, drug addicts, that type of thing. So prior to going into the shelter, were you either one of you hesitant to go into the shelter? Did you fight it for a little
Yeah,
bit and then just said, you know what, I got to do this?
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You go
I was hesitant.
ahead.
It was something that I didn't want to do. I didn't want to, want to have to go there with, my kids. Um, just kind of, I don't know, I guess nervous. I guess because it was different. I knew that it was going to be different. The environment was going to be different. Everything was going to be different. Um, Someone telling, me what time I had to be in, and, like meals there, like if it was something that me or the kids didn't want to eat, or, just being able to like bring in outside food and drinks, or, just overall how the kids were going to adapt to the new environment. And I don't know, I was just nervous overall about everything.
Mm.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, that was definitely hesitated. That was like a I'm the type of person, man. I don't like asking other people for help.
That
You
Mhm.
know,
too.
and that's something, man, that I don't know, man. I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing. You know what I mean? But I just don't like doing that, man. I didn't want to go to no family. I didn't want to go to no family because sometimes when you do that, they treat you like uh you know I did this for you, so you need to do what I need to tell you to do. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's not what you know what I mean? I can't do that, man. So it's like, plus I feel like, man, I'm a man, man. I gotta do what I gotta do. So
I mean, it made me feel, as a mother, it made me feel as though I had let my kids down. Like,
yeah,
it's my job to, to support them and provide a roof over their head, and, you know, things happened and put us in a situation to where I couldn't do that temporarily.
Mhm.
And for again, for me, man, I'm from the streets too, man. So I got a background of having money
Mhm.
pockets at all time, and then on top of that, it was the shelter where I'm from. So
Yeah.
it was like, damn, man. It was I had rock. That's considered hitting rock bottom to me. You know,
Okay.
even I I can't say that. I don't want to say it like that, but it's like in some cases it's like, dang, I'd rather go to jail and take a charge
Mhm.
at that time
Yeah.
than being going to the shelter. Because when you go to the shelter, you like you said, you consider homeless, you consider a druggie or a drunk or something like that, man. And it's like, dang, man, for myself, I hit rock bottom. But as I got older, the situation, and you know what, I was like, you know what, this has got to be a lesson, man. This has got to be a lesson I got to learn from it. And this is where I build from it. You know what I mean? And that's what I did, man. I ain't touching that one drug. I'm talking about as far as selling. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I didn't use anything. It was just all mindset, man. And we got our first apartment or something like that.
No, I mean, I just want to, put out there that it wasn't as bad as we both thought it was going to be. And
Right,
so,
right.
it took some adjusting for me and him, but the kids, they did pretty good with the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
situation.
yeah.
They ended up making friends with some of the other kids that were there, and there was a lot of resources put out there for us,
Right, right.
for us to take advantage of, and that's what we did. And like you said, we were there
About 5 months, 5
5 months,
months.
and we were able to move into our first apartment in
Yeah,
February 1st,
yeah.
2014.
Moved into I think it was a 2 bedroom apartment, man. And we had 3 kids with us, man. So after we did that, and then we moved into a single family home, and that was 4 bedrooms. So it took steps, man. It took steps, and long as you stay focused and keep that mindset of going up instead of going back down or staying or getting comfortable where you at,
Mhm.
you good.
Yeah, because I think that and I know that from working at a shelter, a lot of people do get comfortable. They get used to that. Well, you know what? They'll give me 3-4 meals a day, whatever the case is. I don't have to pay any bills, and they
Yeah,
go
that's
through
crazy.
stuff,
That's
stuff
crazy.
and that hamster wheel, just like, you know what, I gotta do this. And like I said, the fact that you all were there only 5 months is a great testament to you all staying focused, because the shelter that I was at, that I worked at, there were people that were there 2 years, and it's just like
Man,
you don't want, and I don't know all of what their circumstances were, but it's just like, okay, like you said, there are plenty of programs, and it's just all about wanting to take advantage of those programs, because there were clients that I had to deal with that was like, oh, I think the programs would normally, I want to say, anywhere from 3 to 4 months, and 3 months is
yeah,
absolutely everything falling in place. And then
yeah, yeah.
some clients that I talked to, and their thing was, well, you know what? Well, my mother or my aunt or whoever was here before said I can stay here as long as I want to. Y'all can't put me out. And it's
Oh
just like,
man,
you really don't want anything else but this. Like you said, the fact that you have someone telling you what time you have to be in,
right.
you can't bring any outside food in, you can't have company when you want to, all that type of stuff. It was just crazy.
Yeah. And I couldn't even bring my kids in at first. My kids, not she
Mhm.
has she has three. She has three biologically.
Mhm.
Um, and then I have 7. So my 3 youngest ones, I couldn't even bring them in at one point in time. You know what I mean? So it was like it was just crazy, man. The kids, they were fine as far as a living arrangement and meeting friends and eating and all of that. But ego wise, that tore the ego up, man. So that that right there was a lesson, man. And I learned from it. And it's like I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do not to go back to that level again, man. And I never had to go to that level because I felt like I wasn't. To me, at that time, I was on top. Before that,
Mhm.
when I was in the streets and all that, I was like, I felt like I couldn't be touched. You know what I mean? Obviously, until somebody set me up. But money, man. You gotta stay humble, man, because you can lose that money at any given time. And when when that happened, man, I lost a lot. You know what I mean? I wasn't ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So a lot of friends disappeared, money disappeared,
Mhm.
materials disappeared, and I wasn't used to that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Had to be, but I mean, but like I said, you all took advantage of the programs available, and I think the craziest thing about you all's story is that a simple, and I could say it's simple, but it means different things mean something different to everybody. But who would have thought, a simple gym pass would have been
right.
to the why would have been the catapult to you all starting, Iron Money Fitness.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it was, man. A free membership. That's what it was. It wasn't even a pass. It was a membership because they had I guess they had some kind of deal with the shelter. So if you in the shelter, you can go to the gym.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was going every day. Then, like I said, I didn't know what I was doing, but I was going every day, man. And I was learning, and I was gaining. I seeing progress, and it turned out to where it's at now.
And it's so funny because, like you said, and I could just imagine at that point, it was you going to the gym just to clear your mind of being in the
Yep,
shelter. It's just
yep,
like, this is my escape. I probably can't, go to the mall or go where I want to go when I want to go. So I
right.
use the gym as my escape from,
Yeah,
the
that's
four
exactly what it
walls of
was.
the shelter.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, man. I didn't want to sit in there, man. I just didn't. And for real, to be honest with you, man, I take that as a blessing, man, because it opened up a door for us. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it was just a blessing in disguise, man. And I ain't trying to get into the spiritual aspect of it, but man, he
Hey, you go wherever the conversation take you.
he
It's no secret.
he do things, man. He do things, and you got to open your eyes and see the other side of it instead of the bad part of it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people don't do that. So it's like, okay, you go get in your car and your car don't work. He might have saved you from an accident,
Yeah.
but the only thing you're thinking about is, damn, I missed work. You know what I'm saying? My car, God, man, why is that happening to me? You know what I'm saying? But you gotta think about both sides, because if you don't think about it like that, you're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're gonna stress.
I
You're
think
gonna stress.
the main
Huh?
thing. I said I think the main thing is that people focus so much on the negative and not the silver lining
Right.
and what's going on. Because like you said, that car not starting that day could have saved you from an accident. It could have saved you. There's a whole bunch of things it could have saved you from. But
Yeah.
a lot of people just focus on the why now? Why didn't this car start today?
Right.
Why not tomorrow? Like I said, you're not promised
Right.
tomorrow. The car was started today. There's no guarantee that you would have made it back home that night because the car
Right.
wasn't supposed to start at that time.
Right. Right. So I that's how I look at things now. From that time right there, it's like I hit rock bottom, man, and I know I hit rock. That was rock bottom for me. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I hit it, and now I look at where I'm at now, and it's like that's how I look at things now, man. Like everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason, man. So you know, you might not get to do, or you might not receive the things that you intended to that day, but it happened for a reason. You know what I mean? So um, that's just how I look at everything now, man.
That's a good way to look at it. It keeps you, because like I said, it keeps you humble and it keeps you focused. So,
Yeah, yeah,
uh, so I
yeah.
think that. So the next thing is, has there been a time since you all started? Well, and what year did you all, really start Iron Money Fitness?
Uh, 2015, 16-ish. 16, yeah, 16. Yeah, 2016 is when we started going hard. We had we developed the name and everything,
Hmm.
and was going with the name, but we really started going hard with it. As far as emails and training and getting certified and all of that. So that's when we started going hard on it. And now we at the point where we just trying to build so that we can open up our own gym.
Okay. Has there been a time where either of you wanted to walk away from it, or just thought like, you know what, this isn't working, the way I thought it would, or it's not, or felt like it wasn't working fast enough for either of you?
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely. I mean, not give up on that, not that part, but it's not working the way that I wanted it to work, or in my head. But as far as giving up, nah, I didn't want to do that. But it wasn't working as fast as I wanted it to work.
Hmm.
But it is what it is. You just got to keep grinding. For me, that's how I felt. You just got to keep grinding, man. Everything's going to work out. You know. So, but yeah, definitely, man. It's like, hey, man, this ain't working like I'm, because everybody like, oh, you look, you look good, or this and that, or I want abs and this and that. Can we go work out? But they want to do it for free because they know you.
Yeah.
So that's frustrating right there. It's like, because we from around the way, and you know we cousins or we friends or we grew up together. Can I pay you next week? Like, oh, man. And then at that time, it's like you so eager to grow
Mhm.
your business, man. You like, all right, and then your relationship is messed up with that person now because they didn't follow through on their part. So it becomes frustrating. You know what I mean? So yeah, we definitely stopped doing that. We stopped doing that, and you know that's one of the things that when I say it didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out, because I'm doing my part, but people ain't doing their part, and it was making me frustrated. But then I was like, you know what? It's not. That's on them. I'm gonna keep pushing. So it
No.
is what it is.
And what about you, Kia?
Mm, I guess, how can I put it? Not me really wanting to give up, but just, I don't know. Not gonna really say take a break either. Maybe to step back from training others
Hmm.
and just like focusing on training ourselves. Because we get people who they want to look a certain way and they seem like they're motivated, and you're like, okay, let's get with it, and you know you start training them, and it's like you can see the potential in them, and they can do it,
Yeah,
and you see them do it, you witness them doing these exercises with certain weights, and it's just like they give up, like, okay, well,
but yeah,
I'm I don't want to do this anymore, and I want to take the easy way out and go
your
get
surgery.
have surgery. I'm gonna get the fat taken out of my legs and get it put in my butt, or something like that. But it's like that now you're cheating. Like
You're cheating yourself.
I just
Yeah,
watched you do this. I know you can do this. My job as your trainer is to motivate and to push you a little bit, not, but you know
yeah. If everybody see the easy way out, man, then everybody will be.
you'd have a whole lot of Nicki
Yeah,
Minaj's walking around.
right, right. You know what I mean? And then you really can't even count that because they didn't added something with her. So it's like, so,
But see, people don't understand that when you do stuff like that, you still got to work out to be
right,
able to
right,
maintain that
right,
look.
right,
So either way, you still got to hit the gym.
right. It's
Yeah.
just like you take steroids.
Mhm.
I mean, you still gotta work out. Like I wouldn't do them, right?
Mhm.
But the people that do them, they still gotta work out hard. You still gotta put in the same work. You know what I'm saying? It just makes you work harder. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's all it does is make you work harder. You know what I mean? But you still gotta put in the same exact work.
I mean, I tell, like our female clients, I let them know, like, I can help you get to where you want to be. Whatever your goals are, I can help you, but you have to be just as dedicated and motivated and consistent with everything as I am.
Mhm.
And we're not like normal personal trainers. I'm not going to stand over top of you and instruct you. I'm going to work out with you. It's going to be like,
Yeah,
we two friends working out,
right,
and to me alone, that's motivation right there.
right, right. Because you don't see trainers work out with their clients. You
I
know
don't
what I
want to
mean?
feel like I'm a drill sergeant. Like that's not fun to me.
It's not, but at the same time, some people need that. Some people
I,
like that, need that, but
yeah,
that's just not us. You know what I'm saying? We you know, we ain't drill sergeants, man. We just, we try and motivate you to get to where you trying to get to, man. That's all.
Yeah, because
So
I think the biggest problem is that people see what you all bring to the table in terms of, your bodies, the way you all work out and stuff, and they like, all right, they think after 2 or 3 sessions, it's just like, all right, I don't have it yet. And the hardest thing
yeah,
I know for you all is just like, all right, I can't work harder for you, for your body than you are.
right,
And,
right,
and that
right,
always seems to be the disconnect is that, all right, well, and then some of them will get even argumentative with you and go, you know what? Well, you're not pushing me hard enough. I'm pushing you as hard as you can go. You're not going
right,
as hard as you should be going
right.
to get
you
the
had a
result
few of
that
Yeah.
those.
you want.
Oh yeah. We definitely had a few of those. You know what I mean? We had a few of those. I can't make you run that treadmill. I can't, you know what I mean? I
Hmm.
can't do that to your legs. You gotta want to do that yourself, you
I
know?
can't make you get up out the bed and just come.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
want that over the top personal touch, come ring their doorbell or come pick
yeah.
them up. And it's just like, all right, that's not, I'm not helping you if I give you that over the top, you
Right, right,
know,
right. Yeah,
doorbell of
we
everything.
ain't babysitters.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like,
So
so, I have some more questions, but what do you all have coming up next, or what do you see as being the next thing? I know you said you want to, y'all focusing or working on trying to get your own gym. But what else do you all see for Iron Money Fitness in the in the near future?
oh yeah, we about to start YouTube, man. It's YouTube is coming. We just trying, wait for a certain occasion to happen because there's a lot going on in the next couple of weeks. We just kind of start. We just gonna wait until we finish that, and we're gonna start YouTubing, man. We're gonna start vlogging. Pretty much vlogging our life. That's why it's gonna be called Life of Team Iron Money Fitness. Because we're gonna start vlogging just everything that's happening in our life, from the gym to our household, kids, cars. You know, cars breaking down, everything, man. It's just the life that we live in. So yeah, we're gonna do that soon, and definitely we're gonna start the clothing line as well consistently. We have put a few things out just to see where it was going to take us, man. But um, we're gonna start that up and making female clothes and male clothes and anything else that come around. If your kids want some, then we'll make some for your kids.
Okay.
We're gonna pretty much be doing. We trying to get it all, man. We trying to do it all. Everything takes money. Everything takes time too, as well. So um, it's coming along. We just gotta keep on grinding and staying focused. Everything gonna work itself out.
Definitely. I mean, even even from just sitting here conversating with the both of you, it's a very interesting story that I think is could be great motivation, not just to people in the shelters or people going through hard times and stuff, but just this story of the staying focused and not giving up when nothing seems to be in your favor. I think it'll be great motivation for, for somebody to hear that story.
Yeah, hey, definitely, man. You gotta stay focused, man. If you don't stay focused, that's the main thing is staying focused. If you don't stay focused, ain't nothing gonna work. And what I learned in life, man, is like nothing's fair. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Nothing is always gonna go your way. You know what I mean? You gotta find a way around the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it's like we were talking, man. If your car don't start that day and you gotta go to work, you gotta find a way around that, man. Whether you call your boss, man, tell him you can't come in, or you gotta take that walk. Or whether you gotta lift, whether you gotta call a friend. If you got bills to pay, man, you gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't just give up, man. You can't just say forget it. Because if you say forget it for everything, then you're gonna be right back to where you started from.
Yeah,
Hey, come on,
that's
man. I
the,
ain't trying to go back there, man.
that was most definitely not. And for this, and I believe, although, we're older than most of this generation, if this generation sits down and pays attention to it, they could definitely use that, you got to make it happen. It's not going to happen overnight. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's, music, playing football, basketball, whatever it is, and nothing is not overnight. It's going to take that focus and that drive. And like I said, finding that silver lining in every, for the most part, in everything that happened, good things, bad things, it's just finding that positive in it to help you keep going or to push you to keep going.
Right, right, right. And everything is about money too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like to do the things that we trying to do or want to do and going to do.
Hmm.
It's about money. You know what I mean? And it's just the money. Money makes the world go around, man. You really can't do and achieve the materialistic things. And when I say that, I'm talking about the gym, I'm talking about a house,
Hmm.
the things that at the same time we need. Cause
Hmm.
don't nobody want to be renting nobody's house out for the rest of their life. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You want to buy something, but to buy it, you need money.
Yeah.
And in order to have money, you have to work. You
Hmm.
got to grind. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, days when you don't feel like going to work, you got to think about that stuff. You know what I mean? Because if not,
It's
you
not
know,
going to happen.
it's not going to happen.
All
You
right.
you know you go you want to go buy a house, but you $1,000 short, but you keep missing days of work. How you think you gonna do that? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's not gonna happen. So
So,
yeah,
so,
so
so here's the next question. Then I'm gonna get into, I, besides, for you all that will see this, I've trained with them. My wife and I have trained with them before, and everything they're saying is true. They do work out with you. There's been plenty of times when I was working out with you all where I was just like, all right, look, I don't want to do this no more. But
yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
going to quit because I know I'm gonna have to see you again. So it's just like, what? Let me push through this and get through this exercise and all. And I appreciate it because, like I said, for me, for my body type, the cool thing is, like I said, and the reason I don't train with them anymore, for you all that will see this, is that we moved about an hour away. And trust me, if we were still close, we would still be working out with you all, because it was that push that I needed. Because I'm the type, if I go to the gym, I'm going for 20, 30 minutes and I'm done. I
Yeah,
know I need that extra. But the cool thing about my body type is that since we left out there, I really haven't been to the gym like that. And I don't gain weight. So I've been about 235 pretty much since we
yeah,
left there. But I could feel the difference I'm like slowing down. And now that I'm 40 plus, well, 41, it's just like, all right, I know at some point my metabolism is going to slow down and I'm going to start packing on weight.
yeah.
So I have to keep going. But anyway, I just got off on a little tangent. But my next question is, and it doesn't have to be anything serious unless you want to take it that way. But in sacrificing for what you all want now, give me one thing that whether you all were in the mall or saw something on TV or online, it's just like, ooh, I want that. But then you know, you have to step back and go, can't get it right now because we're focused on this. Has there been a, you know, it could be material, it could be a car, pair of Jordans, whatever the case may be. Has there been anything that you saw that you wanted, it was just like, gotta stay focused for this?
Oh yeah. You wanna go? You
Oh,
wanna
you
go?
go. This
Oh
question
man,
all you.
it's no, I'm trying to think this side so you can
Got it.
see you and me. Oh man, plenty of times. You know, I'm a big shoe head, man. You know what I'm saying? But for the past couple years, I haven't I haven't been. I see a lot. You know what I mean? But my mind's so focused on because I need to go. I need to get this house, or I need to. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm a big shoe head, man. But I faded away from that now. You know what I mean? Because I'm so focused on being focused on getting the house, you know what I mean, then getting the gym. Um, Cars, I'm a big car head. I'm a super car head, man. I I just feel like, man, I see a car that got potential for like $1,000. I know I can make it look good. You know what I mean? I know I can make it look good and then resell it, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now it's like, okay, if I see something that I definitely want, I make it a goal to
Okay.
get it after this, and that, and that, and that. You know what I'm saying? If
Mhm.
I really want it. But if
Okay.
it's something like, Jordan's, you're already rich. I don't need to make them richer. I need to get rich, you know?
Yeah,
So I
okay.
don't even care, you know? But that's, for me, yeah. 'Cause I'm used to having, I'm not used to having money like I
Mhm.
used to, you know what I mean? But that feeling is still in me, man. Like, I could have had that if I was still out, you know what I mean? But, everything legal now. So, it's a different lifestyle, man, you know?
Mhm.
So this is the lifestyle I'm adjusting to, and it is what it is, you know. So I'm adjusting to it and trying to teach my kids the same thing, so that they won't be in the situation that I was in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's anytime I hear a hookup on a job, or anytime I drive trucks too. I'm a truck driver, so anytime you know that I can help somebody out in that situation, I try to. You know,
Okay.
so just so they won't go to the streets. Cause there ain't nothing out there, man. Ain't nothing out there. Your friends
Oh,
ain't, it just ain't nothing out there. So
we gonna get to that.
yeah, yeah, that's why, yeah, yeah.
What about you, Kia? Has there been something that you saw that you just like, whether it's some red bottoms or maybe your sneakerhead too?
I bargain shop, so I'm cheap. I don't have that problem.
Hey, listen, don't let her lie to you, right?
I bargain shop.
Listen, she bargain shop. I'm gonna give her that, right? She a bargain shop, but every single thing, every single deal, she want to jump on it.
Sure.
It's like, hey, look, it's like
If you
this.
believe that, you
Listen,
believe anything.
listen, hey, listen. Let me tell you this about it, right? Let me tell you this about it, right? Let's just say Jordan. Let's just say some Jordans, right?
Mhm.
Jordans, her phones. Let me say phones.
Okay.
Phones is normally 180 for her,
Hmm.
but if they're 100, she be trying to get them.
That's a good deal.
See what I'm saying, man?
So let me tell you,
Man.
we was in Ross, right?
Mhm.
And they had a pair of phone posits for $40. And this man would not let me buy them. I was so upset.
You know what?
So up. It's
Let me tell you.
$180 pair of shoes. They was $40.
Let me tell you why, right? Let me tell you why. I wanted to bad, right?
Hmm.
I had to say no. You want to know why? Because that was the last $40 we had on us.
No, it wasn't.
It was my last.
You was just being mean.
It was my last $40. I said, hell nah. I ain't get those shoes with my last $40.
You know what? I don't want to hear that. We ain't had no business being in there if that was your last $40 then.
Yeah.
He was setting some goals, for the next time. I know where I'm gonna come back
Yeah.
and get this.
They here next week. We might be all right. We can come in here and get them next week or something.
We ain't never even make it back.
Nah, we ain't never go back. We ain't
You
never
never know. Next time you go back, it still might be there, or a different color, or a different pair might be on sale.
There you go.
Right.
Matter of fact, we should go check them out.
Oh Lord.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna jump into this now. So the reason that I hit you up asking you to be on here was I saw what you posted last week that you got your voters' rights back.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and honestly, I've knock on wood, I've never been in a situation to where I've been locked up or had my rights taken away, anything like that. But I applauded you for that because when I saw it, I said there's a lot of people you know, that they don't understand how important it is to have that.
Right.
And even taking the steps to do it, you'll hear a lot of people, man, I don't want to go through that. It's going to take too long. It's going to cost
Yep.
too much. So I think I know the answer to this, but what was your motivation to, to go ahead and try and get your rights back to vote?
Trump,
Mhm.
his racist ass, and all the people that came out. And let me say this, man, I'm not a political person, man. I don't get into all of that White House. I never been a person of that, man. You know what I'm saying? I, I'm, I don't do that. But to see a racist dude like that and him bringing out all these, like, man, I grew up with a lot of people that I never knew was racist, man. But this man brung them out. You know what
Man,
I'm saying? And
his,
it's like, oh,
his, cra-
hell no.
his craziness brought out
Hell,
the
man.
real in a lot of people. And it's like I said, I'm there with you, and it's some people that I knew, and I just had to go. You know what? I don't think I deal with this anymore. I started deleting so many people
Yeah,
on Facebook, and
yeah, that's what we did.
it's not that I mind having that type of conversation, but just the fact that you are going so hard for all of the nonsense that he's doing. I give you a good example, like Blake, the guy that got shot in his back 7 times.
Yeah,
Is a guy that I worked with for years. Was cool with him, real good. We were good friends and everything. And man, some of the stuff that he started posting, it was just like, oh well, yeah, he got shot in the back 7 times, but what about the girl that he supposedly raped? I said nobody even knows if that's 100% true or not. I don't know that. I can't say everybody. I don't know that for a fact. But I'm like, so he deserves to get shot in the back 7 times
right,
for
right, right.
being accused of something. And then on top of that, that was just the first thing, and then it was just nonstop nonsense following the Trump train of ignorance. And I said, I just got to delete this person. So it was just, it was crazy. But
Yeah.
what was the process like for you to get your rights back?
I had to go to the Secretary of Commonwealth.
Hmm.
I had to go. I had to get the number to that. That's what I did. My friend turned me on to it, Josh Howard, and he told me people don't know that, man. But if you don't have no violent crime, if you're not on probation, and if you don't have no pending charges,
Hmm.
if you can be a felon, but you can go to the secretary. Sorry about that. To the secretary of Commonwealth. Get that number. You can just Google it. Get that number. You can call them, and the woman will answer the phone. She will. She'll have you go to the website. I'm not exactly sure what the website is,
Hmm.
but she'll give you the website number, and you can go fill out the application there, or she'll ask you the questions that's on the application herself.
Okay.
That's what she did for me. So she pretty much asked me everything, and then she told me that I'll get an email and that I can check. I can check. Once I get that email, it'll give me a confirmation number, and then I can go in there and check the status of my application.
Okay.
It'll say pending, and usually it takes 45 days for them to give you your answer,
Hmm.
send it to you in the mail wise.
Okay.
But if you go in there and check the status of it, it'll say pending or it'll say granted. As soon as it say granted, you see that it says granted, it'll say on the bottom of it, register now. So
Okay.
you don't have to wait for the mail. You can just go ahead and register right then and there as soon as it say granted. And that's what I did. As soon as I see it said granted, I registered. So now I'm just waiting for my paperwork.
Okay.
I don't even need it. I don't need it anymore
But you want
because I
it.
can go, yeah, because I'm already registered. I ain't never been a person I ain't never voted a day in my life, ever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the first thing about going in there, nothing. But I am this time. You know what I mean? So, um, and plus, man, the lifestyle that I was living, man, and the charges that I got, I just don't. I want to live a normal life. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to do the normal people stuff. You know what I'm saying? And not be limited to certain things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, man, and I don't tell everybody this, man, because it's some knuckleheads out there that might take advantage of the situation and start acting stupid.
Hmm.
But once you register to vote, and for those same requirements, you can actually go to the court after you get registered and go get your license to carry a firearm.
There's a whole lot that
Yeah,
people that they turn their minds off to everything. And I think a lot of people, once they're incarcerated, doesn't matter if you
mm-hmm.
do, like you said, nonviolent crime, you can get your rights back. Because after I saw you post that, I started doing research on, the requirements of different states. I focus mainly on this DMV area. For those of
Yeah,
you outside the DMV area, that's DC, Maryland, and Virginia, just to see what the requirements were. And it's really not that, it's not that bad. It's just all about, like I said, the want to, and
right.
understanding what everything is, and how to get your rights back, and how important it is. Because you have a lot of people that I've seen online, friends of mine, family members, that, oh, I'm not voting, my vote doesn't count anyway. And it's just like, your vote is very important. You don't, like
Yeah,
you said, you get your rights back. Like I said, nonviolent crimes, you can carry a firearms,
yeah,
you
yeah.
do
Even if
all
you're
that
a
type.
felon,
Yeah, it just takes people doing the research to find out, what they can't get. Because if you leave it up to the system to tell you what you can and can't get,
right?
you
See,
won't have anything. They'll keep you believing that you can never
right,
vote again.
right. See, the thing about it is, man, is that they don't tell you that part. When you go you can get your rights back after you get, can vote,
Hmm.
and you can go get your license to carry. They don't want to tell you that. You know what I mean? They just feel like, and to be honest with you, man, I didn't want to post that part because I didn't want the knuckleheads out there
Hmm.
to disrespect that opportunity. And when I say opportunities, because you know, like myself, I don't mind going to the fire range and just shooting. You know what I mean? It's like you can go to the fire range and shoot legally, just like I can go to the gym and work out and take out some stress. You know what I'm saying? But there's some knuckleheads out there that might go out there and take advantage of it and act stupid. You know what I mean? Um, I mean, eventually I am going to put it out there for my behalf for the good people. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? But it's just certain things that you can do that they don't tell you can do. They just hear, oh yeah, you can't do this. So somebody tell you can't do something, and then you just shut everything down. You
And
know what I
that
mean? Just feel like you can't do nothing else.
and that's the craziest part about this whole thing. And like I said, if I will say, the one good thing I think that came out of Trump being in office is that he forced all of us. I don't care what side you're on. I'm not talking, race or whatever the case may be, but he forced a lot of us to do research to figure
Oh
out,
yeah,
what we can and can't do. And it's just like, all right, you know what? I got to be able to vote. I need to look this up. And like I said, the research is so much power in research. There's so many organizations and groups out there to help people. And it's just a matter of them wanting to, take that information, or be willing to listen to somebody telling them, hey, look, you can have all of this. It's going to take a process. And like you said, if yours took 45 days, I'm like, you know, you
I
got people out here that are stand online for Jordans. You got people that stand online for the Xboxes and PlayStations and stuff. If you're willing to do that, just go and jump online, fill out the paperwork, and,
that's
you
it.
know, and wait the 45 days. It's not that 45 days is not that long to get your rights
It
back.
don't even it don't even take 45 days. It took them 2 weeks for to grant me that.
Wow. Okay.
It takes 45 days for them to send you the paperwork.
No. Okay.
So you don't have to wait for that paperwork. You can just keep on seeing the process of your application.
Okay.
And as soon as they grant it, you can go ahead and register from that point on. You don't have to wait for the paperwork. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not even 45 days, it's 2 weeks. It only took me 2 weeks for them to grant me, you know what I mean, my rights back after me filling out the application. So it's not even 45 days. I don't have to wait for the paperwork no more.
I say that,
Mhm.
that's amazing. So I'll put it out there and I'll let everybody know. Whoever watches this, you have somebody, close friend, family, you know, cousin, brother, uncle, whoever, let them know nonviolent crimes, you can get your rights back to vote. As a
Yeah,
matter of fact, I think after I post this, I think I'm gonna try and see. I'm gonna start with, you know, with the DMV area, and then back home in Jersey. I'm gonna find the links to each one, what they, you know, what they need to do to get their rights back, and I'm gonna
right.
post it on my IG and my Facebook page and let people know, hey, look, go to these links. You know, you can get your rights back because hey, I'm gonna put it out there now. I'll tell everybody, I'm begging for you all, go get your rights back. We need your votes. Can't have
Yeah.
this dude in the house, in the White House, for another 4 years.
Nah, man, you can't, man. This is crazy, man. Everything that's happening right now, ever since he got in there. And like I said, I never been, even with Obama, I'm like, okay, yeah, we got a black president there, and he was doing good things, man. You know what I mean? But I was never a political person, man. You know what I mean? And now it's like, since this dude got in there, man, I'm looking at everything. You know what I mean? I'm looking at stuff I never look at.
I
You know what I
got
mean? And
got you
it's
all over CNN and Fox News, and I'm like, I'm gonna
yeah,
watch this.
like
I gotta pay attention now. So
right, right. And he think that everything is gonna be good because he's trying to throw everybody some money out there.
nah,
I heard a black dude, man. I heard this black dude at work, and he was like, "Shit, he gonna keep on throwing $1,200 out there. I vote for his ass." I was like, "Oh man, he bought
that
you.
just
Got
means no loyalty.
you."
That mean he can be bought at any time. That's what that
Mhm.
Exactly.
telling you.
Yeah,
Untrustworthy.
yeah,
If
yeah.
$1,200 is all it take.
Right, $1,200, man. It's crazy. That's not even a mortgage. That's not even a rent for real. You know what I
Nope.
mean? That's crazy. That's a half. That's a car note and some car insurance.
That's it.
Mhm. It's
That's a
crazy, man.
have that's light bill, couple bills. Once you pay your bills, you might have $100 left over and then that $100 is food money. So that
Yeah,
$100 gone just that quick.
yeah.
So for you, Key, I don't want to leave you out the conversation. How do you feel about everything that's going on? Well, first off, let me start here. How how excited were you, or how did you feel when you saw that when Kevin got his rights back?
Oh, I'm super excited. I'm definitely happy for him. It's a long time coming. So I'm glad he was able to accomplish that. So, major goal.
Okay, so how do you feel about, and I'm pretty sure I want, and this is just my numbers. I know it's not an exact number, but I'm sure about 90% of us all feel the same way. But how do you feel about, this dude in the White House? What are your feelings about him in the White House? Speak freely. Don't worry about the cursing and all that. Speak freely.
I can't stand him. I can't stand it. Like I can't wait for this year's presidential elections. I'm I don't know about you, but I'm be one of the first people in line.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there.
I'm just I'm so
Definitely
ready
be there.
to, try and get him out of office, and I hope that, there are so many other people that did what Kevin did and, who haven't been able to vote ever or in years. I hope that they did take the necessary steps to get their rights back to vote. And for people who've never voted and have the opportunity and, to vote, I hope that they do come out and vote, because some people feel as though if they don't like either presidential candidate, then it's like, okay, well, I don't like either one, so I'm not gonna vote. But
Mm,
little do they know, like, that's the worst possible mistake. Like, you don't not want to do that.
yeah.
But Team Biden, okay.
Hey, you gotta. I guess a lot of people say that, and I think that's what happened with Trump getting into the White House, is that everybody found so much negative stuff. Oh, I don't like Hillary, or I don't like Trump. I'm just not going to vote. And like I said, neither party is great at anything, but it's just
Right.
Right.
like you said, you just gotta, make a choice.
Weigh that option out, man, and make a choice on the situation.
Even if you got to sit down with a piece of paper, write out the pros and the cons of both, of both candidates. That's
Yeah.
Right.
what you need to do. But at least exercise your right to vote, because I believe that this time around they're counting on what happened, with the Hillary run, and it's just like, all right, well, a lot of people don't like Biden, so they're not going to vote. No, people need to realize that not voting, like he has said, is the worst thing ever, because that's helping Trump out, because you do have people out there that are like, you know what, he gave me $1,200, and that's all
Right.
it takes for some people. And then you have some people that's just like, hey, my vote doesn't count. I'm not going to vote anyway, knowing that those votes do mean something, regardless of what anybody tells you. Whether and I get people like Ice Cube talking about, oh, don't vote both parties or this or both candidates, or the 94 crime bill. I get it, but not voting totally lends itself to Trump
Right.
getting
Right.
back in
Right.
for another 4 years. And
Yeah.
I think, if God forbid, but if he gets back in, I think the next four are going to be a lot worse than the four we just went through.
You
It is.
you know, man. To my knowledge, man. To my knowledge, I haven't seen no police killing black dudes the way that it's happening in the last 4 years, man.
Yeah.
This that right there opened up my eyes, man, because that's just crazy right there, man. It's like when this racist dude got in there, it's like, okay, well, my leader
Hmm.
is running the nation now, so now I can just go ahead and do what I want.
Yeah.
And it's bringing out all these racist people, man, that was undercover all this time.
Hmm.
Look at all these people that's been killed. Look at all these black people that's been killed, man, in the last few years because through cops.
And
I
then
ain't never seen that, man. I ain't never seen that.
and
Not since like, watching old movies. I mean, old documentaries back
yeah.
in the Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's happening all over again, but we just a little bit more stronger now. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? That's the difference. You know what I mean, from what I see. And like I said, I wasn't back there, but looking at all the stuff, man, it's like, damn, this is a new version of that.
And I
We
think
just
I think
stronger right now.
and I think part of the problem too is that a lot of people are only looking, instead of looking long term, they're looking short term. And it's like, okay, if you're not going to do it for you, you got to think about your kids. If you don't have kids, you got to
Right,
do it for your nieces and
right,
nephews. Because, like I said, for me, I have three boys, and my boys are at that age where, like I said, my nerves are bad. I have my oldest will be 20 this year. My
mm,
middle son will be 15 this year. And I'm like, they're in that prime space to where
yeah,
most of these kids, the Trayvon Martins,
yeah, yeah,
Mike Brown, all of those, they're right in that gap where the police like to kill these kids. And it's just like, I I don't want to deal with it, because I'm like, God forbid. I know what my mindset is. I,
yeah, yeah.
I believe in God, hopefully the court system will work the way it worked. But, if something were to happen to my child, either one of my boys, and I have three, it would just, it would just send me over the edge. And I don't want that to
Yeah.
happen.
Right. That's how. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel, man. That's why, you know, that's what I think about, man. I think about these kids, man. Like, I don't want them living in an era like mine's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like everything I'm doing, I'm trying, you know what I mean, have them live as comfortable as possible when I leave, you know, because I don't ever know where I'm gonna go, but I'm trying, you know what I mean? So
Make it
that's
right
my
before you
mindset.
go. Definitely.
Not just my boys, just my kids, period, man. You know what I'm saying? But the boys is just in jeopardy right now.
Yeah, because
Somebody leaving in the office, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, there are women, and I always like to say that because a couple of different interviews and stuff that I've done on here, I always mention the guys. Women are going through it also.
Yeah, definitely.
But the bulk of it seems to be, young Black males. It's you have your Breonna Taylors, your Sandra Bland's, and
Right,
stuff like
right,
that. And I don't want to leave them out, but like I said, the
right.
bulk of it seems to be young
Man,
Black men, and
man.
and it's not like. And I know my number could be off, but I think George Floyd, at least from what we've seen, George Floyd, and I think George Floyd, at least from what I know and have seen, may be the oldest person that is, that they've killed. Everybody else seems to be somewhere in that,
30,
early
30,
30s down to
Danny.
about 15, 16. They're all in that age range. So it's just, like I said, it's not about just your kids. It's just trying to make it right for all of the kids, that are out there now.
Right, right.
So yeah. So well, you know what? I didn't want to keep you all too long, but how can the people get in touch with you on your IG, your Facebook, any information you want to leave as far as them getting in touch with you for training, or even if someone has a question about getting their rights back, how can they get in touch with you? Get in touch with the both of you.
You can get a hold of us on IG at Iron Money Fit, or Facebook is Iron Money Fit too,
Iron
right?
Money Fit.
Yeah, Iron Money Fit as well. And you can also email us at ironmoneyfitness19 at Gmail. You know what I mean? So yeah, all those right now. Again, like I said, we're gonna start YouTube soon, so look out for that. But yeah, if you wanna you can DM, Messenger, either one of those, and one of us is always on it. We share the page, so one of us is always on it, man. So um, we'll get back to you, you know. And by that day, we're gonna get back to
What he said.
you. Yeah. So,
Well, again, like I said, and, for those that will see this or will watch this, they're really good trainers, and they're located in the DMV, but they're in the Virginia area.
yeah.
So, if anybody sees this in New Jersey and they're like, send them a message, just know they're not coming up to New Jersey to train you, but they are here in the Virginia area, for those that live in the DMV area that are interested in their services and stuff. So again, go ahead.
No, I will say we're gonna start online training too as well. Like I said, we're trying to get the YouTube thing jumping, and we got some events going on in the next 2 weeks. So slowly but surely, man, we're gonna start training online too. So we just got to take it one step at a time. Can't do everything at one time. So we're just trying to organize the situation.
Okay. Now see if somebody ringing the doorbell. But again, I appreciate you both for.
At the front door, Essex.
Oh my gosh, Alexa just gonna keep talking. But I appreciate you both for coming on, and like I said, I'll definitely be in touch again, and have you all back on, and I'll definitely be in touch again soon. If you all ever want to come on, when the YouTube page comes out or anything, please feel free to reach out and bring you back on, and we could talk about it after the first episode, before the first episode. I'm here if you all need to jump on or anything.
All right, we appreciate it, man. Definitely.
Thank you.
All right, I definitely appreciate y'all. I'll be in touch soon.
All right, my man. Appreciate you having us too,
All
man.
right. Y'all have a good one. Thanks again.
All right. You
You
too.
too.
All right.
All right.